Let me ask you a question. What if the biggest mistake most people make is quitting too early, simply because they cannot see what's happening underground? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, I think you will understand why some people appear to succeed overnight, when in reality, they have been growing for years. And if you understand this principle, you may never look at your progress the same way again. You see, I recently learned something fascinating about the bamboo tree. For years after planting the seed, almost nothing appears above the ground. No dramatic growth, no impressive results, no evidence that anything significant is happening. If you walked past that piece of land, you might assume nothing was there. But underneath the surface, something extraordinary is taking place. The roots are spreading. The foundation is strengthening. The structure is preparing itself. And then, one day, the bamboo shoots up at a speed that surprises everyone. Now, here's what struck me. Human beings are terrible at respecting invincible progress. We celebrate outcomes, we ignore foundations, we admire the building, we forget the years spent laying bricks. We celebrate the graduation, we overlook the nights of studying, we applaud the successful entrepreneur. We never see the countless failures, sacrifices, and lessons that came before. And because of that, many people become discouraged, not because they are failing, but because their growth is currently happening underground. You see, we live in a world obsessed with visible results, followers, views, money, recognition, titles, awards. But life is often doing its most important work where nobody can see it. Your discipline is growing. Your knowledge is growing, your character is growing, your resilience is growing, your network is growing, your understanding is growing. And just because nobody is applauding it doesn't mean it isn't happening. I've noticed something. The people who achieve extraordinary things rarely spend their time chasing recognition. They spend their time becoming the type of person capable of handling recognition. That's alignment. Because chasing focuses on outcomes. Alignment focuses on preparation. Chasing asks, how do I get it? Alignment asks, who must I become to get it? And those are different questions. One creates desperation. The other creates growth. One is obsessed with timing. The other is obsessed with readiness. You see, life has a strange accounting system. Every hour you invest, every skill you develop, every lesson you learn, every promise you keep to yourself, every act of discipline, it all goes somewhere. Nothing is wasted. The challenge is that life rarely shows you the balance while you are making deposits. And that's where faith becomes necessary. Because most people quit not when they are exhausted. They quit when they are uncertain. They quit because they cannot see what is accumulating beneath the surface. But what if the roots are growing? What if the foundation is forming? What if the breakthrough is closer than it appears? Now let's return to the question I asked at the beginning. What if the biggest mistake people make is quitting because they cannot see what's happening underground? Because maybe the absence of visible results does not mean nothing is happening. Maybe it means something important is being built first. And here's the question I want to leave you with. What if the version of you that achieves everything you want is currently being developed in ways you cannot yet see? Think carefully about that. Because the next time you feel like giving up, remember this. The bamboo tree looks invincible before it becomes impossible to ignore. Share this with someone who feels like their efforts aren't paying off. Because sometimes the greatest growth happens where nobody is looking.